Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, it's a bit of a lazy one in terms of effort and editing, but I've got a iiTzTimmy warm-up playlist going in the background, and I can't remember where I got this from, but it's basically just the fundamental or a few exercises that warm up each element of your aim. And I believe the intent of it for Timmy is that it would be a quick 5-minute warm-up before he jumps into whatever game he was going to go and ruin everyone's day on that day. So I haven't aim trained in a little while actually, so I was pretty pleased I managed to get a few high scores today. I've typically just jumped straight in game rather than aim training for about 20 minutes, which is what I used to do, and then jumping in game. So for the last few months I haven't really touched Kovaaks or aim labs. I managed to get a new high score there, which was good. I think sometimes with these things it's good to take a break and then come back when you're a little bit more refreshed maybe. So we've got 3 different sort of depths or close or ranges of tile frenzy. So we had the medium one to start, the close one, and then now we've got the long range one where you're sort of managing your micro adjustments, which I find to be really difficult to follow the close range one, but again didn't do too bad that time. So you can see the exercises on the right. In between each exercise they'll flash up, so if you wanted to create this one for yourself, you could do without too much effort. There's about 9 or so exercises, if that, maybe just 7, I'm not really sure. I've got my DPI at 800, my sensitivity at 1.2, and really chose to do this today instead of jumping straight in game because I wasn't sure what I wanted to play. So I did a little bit of aim training just to warm myself up while I worked out how capable my aim was going to be today. Sometimes after a long day at work I don't perform very well in game, and I think that's just due to tiredness. If I was performing well in the aim trainer, which I was, then maybe I'd jump into a harder game like Apex Legends for example. Otherwise maybe I'd jump into something a little bit more casual like Battlefield. So just working on target switching here. It's a pretty fun one. I find I can just keep the trigger down and just bounce my mouse around to the next target basically, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. At least I think. I'm not an aim guru. One of the things I struggle with aim training is staying in flow state. So I tend to realise I'm doing well and then knock myself out of concentration. I wonder if any of you listening, suffer from the same affliction, celebrating your own success mid-round, which is silly to admit, silly to say out loud. There we are, another new high score, happy with that. And on this exercise, it really frustrates me when the little targets jump in front of each other. It confuses me, throws me off in terms of which target should I prioritise, because I figure I should probably prioritise the one at the front. But it normally, Sod's Law normally happens when I'm aiming at the one at the back, so I have to switch targets to then switch back again. So my tracking certainly warmed up during this round. I think if I'd run it again, I would have had a much higher score. I think tracking is what I enjoy most about aiming. which again is why I play Apex, I suppose, rather than really fast time to kill games. Although I have been playing less Apex recently, as have most people I suppose, but playing less Apex and more casual games just to fill the void. So Battlefield 2042 Season 3, I'm enjoying that at the moment. And I find that game itself to be a bit of an aim trainer, honestly. So many people around all the time. You can typically warm up in a round of Battlefield, or in a quarter of a round of Battlefield if you wanted to do that, just to get your eye in. I don't enjoy these exercises, but I do it nonetheless. You can see my accuracy is suffering here. And these are typically the movements or the aiming motions you find you do in games with long time to kills. You're both sort of struggling around each other, face to face, trying to get the last shot in, and as accurate as possible. I'm not sure I'm confident enough in my aim yet to reliably aim for the head in these scenarios. I typically aim for the chest, and if I get a headshot, it's normally because the recoil of the gun takes my aim up in that direction. I think I close off this round a lot better than I started it. Not too bad, not too bad. Another new high score, really happy with that. Quite surprising considering how bad it was. And then on to the last exercise here, probably my favourite of this playlist. Not that you can tell by how competent I am. Something about tracking that I find really satisfying. Maybe the sound effects in Kovaak, I'm not sure. There we are. Let's just check the high score, see if we're nowhere near. And there we are. Thanks for watching.